How are we doing?
Chaotic.
Okay, well, hopefully this helps. A couple things I want to show. So first of all, the very first rib, how high it is, especially in the back, and it connects to the C7 vertebra that I always talk about, the one that sticks out. And these are the occipital bones are right here. That's really all I wanted to show this morning. And before we begin today, I'm wearing an appropriate necklace because that's kind of the first rib. So before we begin, I just want us to trace that. So it's under the clavicles and then it meets at that vertebra that sticks slightly out. Just give it a little tactile reminder so that we remember where it is. And then gentle tap just below the occipitals. And that's all we need. And let's go ahead and shake out our hands. And as we do that and take our first few breaths here, but also for the rest of the next few minutes as well, let's keep in mind that space between the occipitals and that first rib. Yeah, and somehow thinking about that space all of a sudden makes us a little taller. I don't know, it works for me. And let the shaking go, and we'll bring one hand to the chest, and then the left hand will wrap around. We'll find that vertebra again and slide just past it. And we'll start massaging the area to the right of that vertebra. Taking deep breaths here. And when you're ready, you can start traveling that along the right side of the neck. And my head starts tilting away slightly. It's a little easier to get to it until we get all the way to the occipital bone here, the base just below the occipital bone. We'll massage there a little bit. And then grab onto the base of the skull with this hand and pick it up and place it on top of the spine. And shake it out. Let's trace that that rib one more time. As we do, see if you can spot the difference between the two sides of the neck. And let's switch sides. So we'll find the C7, find the space to the left of it. Massaging there. And when you're ready, you can start traveling up the side of the neck. I keep my hand on my heart just to keep reminding my chest to relax, because we're working over here, so everything wants to help. So we don't really need the sternum here, so her. And when we get to the base of the skull, stay there for a moment. And grab onto it and place the head back on top of the spine. One more time, we're gonna trace that rib and then place the fingers on just below the occipital bones, and we'll take our head on this circle using the hands to help. And that's a good place to think about that space between the first rib and the base of the skull, the occipital bones. Our head kind of feels like a marble almost going along this circular path. And let's go ahead and reverse. And come back to center. Brush it out, shake it out. Rest the hand on the thighs. Close the eyes. And let's take this moment, these next few breaths, to appreciate how it feels to have space in our necks and our throats. And hopefully that will help us to freely express ourselves for the rest of the day today. One more deep inhale here. And exhale out through the mouth. Flutter the eyes open when you're ready. Well, that's it. Thank you for taking 5.